Hello again everyone, my name is James and this is the Active Retro, where we take a look at pop culture past and present. The whole reason why I started my blog and this channel was to highlight and review old toys. Despite this, I've yet to feature a single vintage action figure. Don't get me wrong, I love reviewing new stuff from old properties, but I think it's high time we broke that streak. So for today, we're taking a trip back to 1985 with a look at the Transformers Generation 1 Sludge toy. Kind of. You know a toy line has reached peak popularity when the off-brand figures start to pop up. You can call these what you will, bootlegs, knockoffs, the like. They are all just imitations trying to confuse consumers and cash in on a fad. A good chunk of the time these bootlegs are very low quality and will break just trying to get them out of the package. But every so often you will find a knockoff figure that doesn't just meet the standard of the original toy, it surpasses it. The figure we're talking about today is not one of those figures. Instead, I'll be reviewing an absolutely bizarre, unlicensed interpretation of Sludge here that somehow manages to be both better and worse than the original toy. There are no maker or date stamps on this toy, so I can't be positive about how old it is. This is one of those weird bootlegs that could be 30 years old or 3 years old. Who knows? There will be a high-resolution image gallery of this figure over on my blog, theactiveretro.com, so you can click here when that's available. Let's go ahead and start the review by taking a look at the original Sludge toy. In Dinosaur mode, Sludge is based on an Apatosaurus. The primary colors used are dark gray, silver chrome, and gold chrome. Most of the figure's surfaces are smooth and round, but a few pieces do have some finer sculpted work on them. Stickers are used here and there on the figure to provide added tech details. Let's see how the knockoff compares. By and large, the knockoff Sludge is very similar to the original in size and appearance. The biggest changes to the figure is the addition of Godzilla-esque spines along the back, a horn on the top of the dinosaur head, and a new smaller leg on each side of the body. The smooth surfaces of the original have been replaced here with an organic textured skin pattern. The coloration of the figure in dinosaur mode retains the dark gray and silver chrome of the original, but swaps out the gold chrome with translucent red pieces on the head and neck. Let's go ahead and transform these figures. Sludge is a G1 transformer after all, so the transformation here isn't very complex. The chrome side panels hinge out, allowing you to rotate the arms down and fold out the hands. The entire back section of the dinosaur becomes the legs. The Dinobot figures are somewhat notorious for developing very loose joints over time. I can tell you that this is not the case with my figure. I was very much afraid here the legs were going to just snap off. Alright, on to the knockoff. By and large, the transformation sequence of the knockoff Sludge is very similar to the original. This figure replaces the hinged panels on either side in favor of a single pin that connects the two. Rather than swing out to the sides, they swing to the back. This can be a little difficult as there really isn't much clearance here. The arms are missing the middle piece, so that's one less step here that you need to do. The tail tip no longer hinges out on either side, turning each hindquarter into a solid piece. Well, let's see what the robot modes look like. There's a reason the Dinobots are known as some of the coolest looking robots in the original Transformers series. Sludge here has a fantastic outline, conveying size and strength. Robot mode carries over the same colors as the dinosaur mode, but adds bright red to the chest. Articulation is limited, of course, to rotating shoulders, bendable knees, and elbows that can swing inwards. Despite an impressive dinosaur mode, knockoff Sludge in robot mode is lackluster and a far cry from the original. The figure isn't hindered so much by the new additions to its dinosaur form, but all of the shortcuts taken to limit cost. The knockoff swaps out this wing silhouette of G1 Sludge for an ugly backpack made of the dinosaur neck and side panels. The knees of the robot now have the dinosaur's tail jutting out from them as they no longer swing down to the sides. This poor knockoff isn't hugging anyone anytime soon. This figure obviously skipped out on the die-cast chest and is instead a chunk of hollow plastic. The head is a different sculpt than the original, but there's no discernible face. It's just kind of this black blob. On a positive note, the knockoff does retain all the articulation of the original. I'm unaware if this bootleg came with any accessories or weapons of its own, however, it can accommodate any of the original G1 weapons just fine in either hand. I guess when it comes down to it, this isn't so much of a review as it is a history lesson on a really bizarre Transformers bootleg. This particular piece seems hard to find, as there is very little information out there on it. So if this video helps someone else out there identify theirs, great. For what it is, this figure is fun and certainly unique. The robot mode is absolute garbage, no arguments there, but you can tell someone actually put a little thought and creativity into tweaking the dino mode. So how do you feel about bootlegs? Which dinosaur mode wore it better? Leave your thoughts down below in the comments. Likes on this video or new subscriptions are always welcome and appreciated. A link to the gallery will be down below in the description or at the beginning of the video when it becomes available. In the meantime, you can check out theactiveretro.com or follow me on social media for an almost daily dose of nerd. Thanks for watching!